Hey guys, once again welcome back to the channel Rahul Automation Studio. So in my last video, I have explained you two different methods to find out the dynamic and complex XPath in Selenium. So the text method and the contains method I have explained. So I will just give a overview about the text method and contains method also, and I will continue further on the next methods that you can use to find out the dynamic and complex XPath in the Selenium. So guys, like there are total 8 locators in Selenium that you can use to locate a web element. But if there is no unique ID, no class name, and no class name like that, there is very difficult to find out the unique XPath in that case. So in that case, you have to use the dynamic XPath, guys, right? So let's move further, and we will creating one more class, and we'll be continuing with the other examples in it. So just create a one Java class. So the class name we will be giving like dynamic complex XPath, right, guys? And we will be including the main method in it. Just click on finish, and so there is already the code to launch the Chrome browser. So we will be just copy to that. So guys, this is a code, simple code to launch the browser, Chrome browser. It will launch and it will load the particular URL. So I will be using a one website that is this my store, guys. Okay. So this is a website that we will be using for our automation. So let's go to the home page. We can browse a new. So this is basically the URL. You can copy this URL and add in your get method, guys. So in this, I will be showing you how you can find the complex and dynamic XPath. So this is throwing an exception. You can add in method declaration, right, guys? So this is a website that we will be using. So the first method that I would like, yeah, so I have already explained about the text and contains. I will here also I will show you once how you can use it. Okay, right? So I will just increase the size of it. So text method is there, contains method is there, guys, starts with method is there that you can use to find the dynamic XPath. You can also use a condition with the and. You can also use a condition with or. You can also use the indexing also. You can use, guys, to find the XPath, right? So let's see one example how you can use a text method. So like as you can see, dresses, t-shirt, different ankle legs tags are there. So just you have to right click on it and click on the inspect. I will zoom out this also, right? So you can see now, right? So just click on the arrow, inspect that particular element. Suppose dresses is there. So this dresses is a text. Just copy, Control F, and it is having a anchor text. So double slash. So guys, always we will be using the relative XPath. Don't use the absolute XPath. And relative XPath is always starts with a double slash, and absolute path always start with a single slash. So you have to use relative XPath. Why you have to use relative XPath, guys? Because maintenance work will be less, and it will be like most of the time it will not get fail for you, guys. So that's why your test case will be passes always, right? So just write down the anchor tag. After that, what you have to do, guys, you have to write the text method in it. Just open and close the bracket, right? And the text must be equal to dresses. So now you can see, guys, there are two methods. First of all, we will be discussing about the text method. So the text method, so you can see we are looking for the dresses anchor tag. So it is saying there are two anchor tags with the same. One is hidden and one is visible. So our first is hidden. but second XPath, which is displaying, it is a visible and it is highlighting to the addresses, right? So this is how you can use the text method, guys, to locate a web element based on the text value. Now we are going to use the indexing. So how you have to use the indexing? In the starting of the XPath, open bracket, in the last do a close bracket, after that open square bracket and close, right? In between the square bracket you have to enter the index like this. Now you can see once you will be using the indexing, so it will show the unique XPath that you are looking for. So guys, you have to be sure always that it should be one of one, it should be unique, otherwise it will not be able to click on the element. And if it will be find the element, then it will always try to click on the first occurrence, means to say first result, right? It will always to try click on that. If you want to click on the particular that you want, in that case you have to use the indexing, and in that the unique XPath should be created for you like this. So in this I have explained you two concepts, that is a text method, how you can use the text method, and how you can use the indexing. So definitely, and now let's uh, move and we will see practically how you can click on it. Okay guys, so for that you have to write down driver dot find element by dot XPath. We are using XPath, and this, just copy the XPath from there, right? Paste it in double quotes. Dot, we are going to use a click method in it, right? Like this. Simple. So I have shown you this dynamic XPath using the text method and using the indexing. It is very useful, guys. So just run as a Java application. So after this, once more, I will show you about the contains method. Who have not watched my previous video, so you can watch in this also. A one example I will show you how you can use the contains method, guys, to find out the dynamic XPath. These methods, guys, if you're working in any particular application, working in a project, definitely you need the dynamic XPath. Every time you will not be able to find the unique ID or unique class name. Or if you are working on a table, similar kind of product, similar kind of results. So in that case, you have to write down the dynamic and customized XPath. So definitely you need in that case. So you can see, guys, it has clicked on dress and then our dress page is open, right? So it is working fine for us. Right, guys. So yeah, it's working. Now let's move to the contains method. Suppose once we have clicked on the dresses, so you can see, guys, there are multiple results that are displaying, and all the results are like kind of similar type also, right? So just inspect it. We will see what exactly we can take in this example, how we can use the text. Suppose you want to click on a particular checkbox. Suppose checker is there. After that, input is there. You can see checkbox input and it is having name. So let's try to find out all the checkbox. All right, guys, let's try to find out all the checkbox based on the contains value. So based on the ID, control F, and it is a input tag. So always start with double slash, right? And it is a input tag. After this, what you have to do, guys, you have to write down contains method in open and close square bracket. Write down the method. This is how you have to write the method, guys. Contains method is there. Now in the open and closing bracket, at the rate ID, because ID is there. So guys, here you can use ID, you can use class, you can use name, or you can use any attribute. Even though you can also here use as a text method also, like This also you can use here. It will be matching whatever the text you will be passed, that it is similar to, it is containing that text or not. So based on that, it will give you the results. So you can use a text method also. So for now I am using ID. So let's use this. And you can see guys, by this you can definitely identify a unique XPath today. But guys, this you can see this number 18. This number is dynamic. Every time it will get changed because it is coming from the backend, and every time they append this value with this particular number, and it will be different. So every time you will run the test case and the XPath will get failed for you. So in that case, what you have to do? You guys, you have to use the contains method like this. You can remove the features also. Just you can use like this. You can see. So they are like 21 like matching items are there. You can see guys, they are total 21 checkbox. So if they ask you find out the number of checkbox which are there, so in that case you have to use the contains method like this. Okay guys, so let's try to use it also. So how you have to write driver dot find elements, as you have to use here find elements, because it will return more than one value, one web element it will return to you. Now in this, enter this XPath, right? Enter this XPath, and it will return a list of web element guys, right? Because find elements returns a list of the web elements. Now let's import this web element from the Selenium jar files, and we have to import the list from the util package. Now it's done. We will be printing the count of it. So system dot out dot println, and we will be printing the list dot size like this. So we can print the size, we can print the count. Let's add some weight here. Thread dot slave for 5 seconds we will be adding, so that page will get proper load, right? Now moving forward, so there are multiple items and multiple XPath that is matching. Now I will show you some more conditions that you can put in the XPath. Let me check one by one, starting with one. So like you can see guys, in this there it is a checkbox, class is checkbox, right? And in this class you can see there is no checkbox and all. This is a color option. You can see class is color option, color option, color option. So basically it is defining the different property. This is again a checkbox, checkbox, right? So here what exactly I want to define, you can add the and condition also, right? First I will show you with the checkbox. So how you can use the and condition. Simply have to write down the and at the rate type equal to checkbox, right? Like this. So it will, so what is the meaning of and? As you know, as you're working in Java, so you already know and condition means to say it should satisfy both the condition. So it will satisfy the condition for contains also, and it will satisfy the condition for checkbox also. If both the condition will match, only the text path will get written. So in this case, there are total 13 elements which are containing this particular ID, and also the checkbox type is equal to checkbox. You can see guys, like this. And I also want to show you one more thing. If you want to particularly check for the one XPath or one, so in that case, you can use the indexing guys, like this. If you want to click on the first checkbox, pass the indexing as 1. If you want to click on third, just pass is third, fifth, in the similar way. So just you can use the indexing in this case. Otherwise, guys, it is very difficult to find out the unique XPath, right, in this scenario. So you can use it like this also. Okay. Just Control A C, we will try to use it also. Now driver dot find element. We have to find element as a single element. It is there this time. XPath. We will give this value. What we are going to do, we are going to click on it. Simple. Also, if you want to find out some more other unique XPath, actually I have something in my mind that you can just go to home like this. See, I have seen somewhere color attribute and color values there. So you can also even define that property with the AND condition. Just remove the checkbox property and we'll see. You can see the background color, right? So we can add the condition based on this background also. Suppose this one, just copy it, right guys? And what you have to do, you have to add the AND condition and at the rate style equal to this. We will miss something. We have missed something. So I mean, you can just simply add any condition at the rate style equal to like this. You can see if you want to find out the unique XPath, you can always use like this also, guys. It will check and it will click on it, right? So let's try to run this particular test case. And so it is containing the AND examples also for you. So how you can use the AND in your dynamic XPath. So guys, I have shown you how you can use a text method, how can use a indexing in the dynamic XPath, how can you use this contains method, also how you can use the AND method to satisfy more than one conditions in your XPath. So like this you have to use. Because once you are working on the project, definitely you will be face such kind of challenge and it is very difficult to customize the XPaths at that time. So you have to learn it. You can see guys, it has clicked on the checkbox. It has clicked on this polyester checkbox and the results is accordingly displaying, right? And you can see there are total 21 elements, total 21 web elements, which is matching with this particular XPath. So let's see how many are there. We have already seen here, right? Control F and paste. You can see there total of 21 count is there. So similar way we are getting on the our output as well 21, and it has successfully clicked on this particular checkbox with the index having 5, right guys? So this is how you have to use and write down your customized XPath. Now let's see the example for the starts with also. Okay guys, and then we will for the or conditions. So in the similar way like we have used layers ID, right? uh, so let me check and see some properties guys. Here exactly I can show you. product image container. You can see this li. These li are basically the complete tag for the product result, right? You can see second, first, third. So let's count the all the number of results are available for this, right? So we can use the class. So guys, you don't have to do anything. Just write it from starting. So this is the li, right? We have seen li, and you have to use here method as a starts with. So starts with means to say, as it is already explaining that anything that is id, class, text, attribute, whose value is starting with. So whatever you will pass the value, the syntax, the text value you will give. So the matching items which are starting with that value, it will return all those particular results to you. So you have to use starts with and what. So at the rate class, right? Comma, single quotes. I think it was there Ajax. Yeah, Ajax is there, right? You can see. So fine. So what is the meaning of this XPath? Find out first of all the list, and in all the list whose class is starting with Ajax. Find out all the web elements. So they are total 5. You can see the count there. It is 5. Count is 5, and also we have the results as a 5 with us. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You can see. So in that case, guys, you can use the start with. All right. So let's try to use this also. And we will just copy this, copy it, and then paste it here. And we will change the name for the products, product count, right? And product count dot size. We have to change the XPath. So just Control A, C, replace the XPath. And also here, guys, if you want to select any product, if you want to click on it, in the similar way, just use the indexing. Close it, square bracket, second, open bracket in the home. If you want to select second product, just pass this indexing. First product, 1. Third product, 3. Fourth product, just 4. So this is how you can use the indexing in this. And also, guys, you can parameterize. You can parameterize this also. I will show you also, okay, how you can make it parameterized XPath. So this is done. After that, suppose we want to click on, we have to first of all comment out this line because, okay, it was doing some filtration. Maybe it can fail. So now we will click on the particular product now. Okay, just do this, paste it, and we have to use the XPath. Suppose we want to click on a second product. Okay, second product. Control A and C, replace the XPath guys here, right? And we will do the click on it. So first of all, let's see manually what it will do once you click on the product. So once you click, it will open a new page for you, right? You can see. We will see. I mean, it should not be the mouse over concept here, but otherwise it will work. Let's try to run it. We will close all the browsers so that don't create the confusion. Now right click on it and run as a Java application. So guys, this is how you have to use, and these are really complex XPaths. They don't create any, they don't have any unique ID or unique class in this. You will find the similar ID in everywhere, and you have to work and select the products like that. So you have to use contains method, start method. You have to use the indexing. You have to make the parameterization of the XPath. that I will show you how you can make a parameterization in the XPath also. And the same XPath you can call for the multiple test cases. So you can see guys, it is overviewing on the second product. So there was total 21 with this particular XPath and 5 was there, right? We have seen 5 products. So 5 products was there and it was clicking on the second. Actually, it is just mouse hovering on that because there is a mouse over concept is also there. So first you have to do and after that you have to click on it. First it will be mouse over. Okay. The mouse over concept I will explain in my different video. So but this is how that you have to work and click on it guys. Right. So just let's make the parameterization for the checkbox. Okay, as this is not working properly because we need mouse over before clicking. So how you can make the parameterization for this? So guys, what you have to do, like first of all, you will define one variable like index and assign some value, maybe 2, right? I want to click on second checkbox. So guys, what you have to do, you can use this variable name at the place of indexing 5. Just put the double quotes. In between the double quotes, put the plus sign. And between plus sign, put the variable name. That's it, guys. So what I have done, at the place of the value, first you have to put the double quotes, then plus sign, and in between the plus sign, you have to put the variable name. So you can pass any value for the index. Suppose there is one XPath that you have written, but you want to use it for multiple test case. Suppose in one test case, you want to click on second checkbox. In another test case, you want to click on fifth checkbox. So in that case, you will write only one XPath and you will be calling this particular method by passing the value. And every time you will pass different value from the different test case, right? And your method will be dynamically generate based on the value and it will click on it guys. So let's see and now let's run the test case now. So this is called as a parameterization in the XPath and it is very useful once you will be working on a table, once you're working on a similar kind of results, because at that time you have to apply for loop, right? And in that you have to use the indexing, only then it will work, otherwise your test case will fail if there is no proper dynamic and dynamic and the parameterization is there, so it will get failed for you guys. So you have to be take care in such a way there should be the minimum maintenance work of your test cases. So for that definitely XPath is the main concern, you should have to always work. So guys, you can see it has clicked on the second checkbox now. You can see in the similar way it will click. If you will pass any other value, it will calculate the dynamic XPath and it will click on that particular checkbox for you. This is how guys you have to use. Otherwise your maintenance work will be more and every time you will be just changing the XPath and maintaining that only. So it should be dynamic, it should be parameterized, it should be customized, like that you have to write down. I will just show you the one more example that is for the or. Otherwise, I have checked for explain text, contain, start with, and indexing. If you guys, if you will work and if you really know how to use it, it will be very useful for you. Surely, the more challenging that you're facing writing XPath will resolve if you know how to use these methods, guys. So or is very rarely that we use, but or meaning is same as a Java. Either of the condition is true and it will return the XPath to you like that. So just inspect any element. Just I will show one XPath. So how can you can use the or value in the XPath. So for that, let's check you can see like 4 is there. I will just show one example, that's in nothing else. Layered color it is showing. First of all, we will add one condition for class for the label. Okay, label is there at the rate class equal to this. So there are total 8 results, but we want like or conditions. Maybe you can add the name, right? Layered. You can add a one more condition that or contains. Let's find out some another label. Actually, I am looking for a label so that I can show you how exactly you can use. So just copy it once and find out all other label which are there. So they are label which is containing 4 layer. Or is their class name. We will be finding for the for which is having the feature also, or we will put the or condition for feature, right? So just put this XPath, put or condition, and we will adding the method like a contains. And in the contain, we will check at the rate for which is containing a feature. You can see before there was total results, I think 8. Now if either of the condition will match, so in that case there are total 18, right? Let me just remove for once so that you can check it. I will paste it again. You can see they are total now 8 results are matching. Let me zoom it. You can see there are total 8 results are available with this particular result, but I am adding a or condition that either this condition is true, that class is equal to this value, or containing the for feature which is containing a feature value. So now the count is increased, so it is matching. Any one condition is true, so it will return XPath for me. So this is how you can use. You can remove the star label, you can put a star also, right? So it will find out in all the different tags. It is not necessary that it will find in the label tag only. Now it will find in all the different tags, which is for satisfying any of the condition. Like this you can use. So we will be printing out the count here, but this is rarely used, guys. So just I am explaining. So if any need is there, in that case, you can always use this also. Just copy, paste. We will be using this particular XPath. Cut it from here, right? So we will give any other name. Suppose we will give a value and we will count the size of it. Value dot size. Okay, right? So now I have told you how you can use a text method, how you can use the indexing in that, how to use the contains method, how to use and, how to use indexing, how to use parameterization of XPath, and how can use a starts method, starts with method, right? And after that I have told you now how you can use for, because if you will practice this, this will be enough to write down a dynamic XPath. And there are called axes also, that I will be explaining in my next video. So how you can traverse in your DOM by considering the following sibling or preceding sibling, parent, child, like that. So if you need to traverse and follow some d or some child parent value, so how you can do. So if you will use, definitely you can practice, and you can write down any XPath after that, guys. So there is no need to just look around the tables and all. You will find the values, exact values, guys. So can we try to run it? So first we are doing clicking, right? We are finding all the values, we are printing, we are So we can comment out the line, so we don't know. Okay, let's try to run it. No need to comment. I just run as a Java application and we will see the counts now. First, it will click on the text which is containing the addresses. After that, it will find out all the web elements which is containing that particular value, right? So guys, you have to practice, and this is the website automationpractice.com website where you can practice by yourself, and you can even try more other Selenium concept in this. So you can see guys, it has clicked on second checkbox, the value which we are passing, and now let's see the count in it. So our test case is passed, and first of all, the value which was containing layered ID, they are total 21 count. After that, it has clicked on the parameterized XPath for the checkbox, right? You can see guys, it has clicked on this M5. So this is a checkbox which is at the second index. So like that, it can use, you can always change the value for parameterization, and based on that, it will click on the checkbox. After that, we have find out how many web elements are there which are starting with the Ajax. So they are total 5 value. So this is basically the number of products which are available, and after that we have found out total number of web elements which are having these either this condition or particular this condition. So they are total 18. So we have checked that, right? So they are total 18. You can see the total count is 18 for this particular XPath. So the same is it displaying there, guys. So this is how you have to do the practice, and please let me know if you have any doubt. You can comment on my video, and if you like the content, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel and share with your friends. So thank you guys. Thanks to everyone. Bye.